Hey guys, so today we are going to solve a Leetcode problem called Robot Return to Origin. This is a type of question commonly asked by companies like Amazon and Microsoft. So I'm Guljan Singh and let's get into it.
Outside and I spit it with the guy. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I've been through since like July, niggas acting like
Yeah, so the problem statement says there is a robot starting at position 0, 0, that is the origin, on a 2D plane, and the robot gets a sequence of moves, and we have to tell if it ends back up at origin, that is 0, 0. So what we have here is basically the robot can move in four directions: right, left, up, and down. So if we take one example, let's say we get this sequence. So the sequence will be a string containing UDLR, either of these, and we have to, based on this sequence of operations, we have to tell if it will go back to the origin. In case it finishes after it finishes all of the move, it returns to the origin, then we return true, and otherwise false. So let's take one example. In example one, the moves that are given are U and D. That means up and down. So the robot moves up once and then down once, and all move have same magnitude. So it ended up at the origin from where it started. So therefore we return true. But if we take next example, that is LL, the robot moves twice to the left, and it is like if we plot this on a graph, then it is at -2 position on the x-axis. So it is not basically not at the origin. So we return false. So so the intuition for solving this problem is that we know that left complement rights and right complements left, and also up complements down and down complements up. So if we move, basically what I mean here is if we move up, let's say by +1 magnitude, and then we go down by -1 magnitude, we end up at the same point. So we just have to count the number of L's and the number of R's. If they are equal, then we count number of U's and number of D's, and if they are also equal, then we return true. uh, so also we don't even have to count all of these like UDLR. We don't have to create four different variables. We can create two variables. Let's name them as UD. So this is a counter for whenever the robot moves up or down, and LR. Sorry, LR. So this is a counter whenever it moves left and right. So whenever it moves up, we increment UD by 1. Whenever it moves down, we decrement UD by -1. And same for LR. Yep. So what we will do here is we will iterate through the string moves. So let's see. We convert this move string to char array and iterate through it. So what do we check here? We check if the current move is the current move is u. So if it is u, what will you do? We should increment ud, and else if the move is g, we will decrement it. So these two conditions will handle all the vertical movements, and let's go for our x-axis, that are horizontal movements. So we can say move double equals to L. Then what should we do? We should decrement our LR counter. And the last condition, if move double equals to R. Oh, I missed this. And we are sure that the string will only contain UDLNR, so we don't have to put that check. So in case in interview they do not tell you, you can either ask for it, or you can basically provide a check before you basically after you enter this problem, or maybe even in this for loop. Yeah. So we are done here. So what do we need to check after we are done? We just need to check if UD double equals to 0 and then LR double equals to 0. That means both in horizontal and vertical direction, it has not moved. So let's run it, see if it works. Yeah, so it works for this. Let's run it for all the test cases. So yeah, it ran successfully. The time complexity of this problem is O of n, and we are not using any extra memory. So awesome. So this is how you solve lead code problem called robot return to origin, which is asked by companies like Amazon and Microsoft. If this was helpful, then subscribe to my YouTube channel called Nullvoid, and be sure to leave a like. And if you want me to solve any other problem, you can leave a comment below.
slide, 'cause I told